it would be great if you guys could help each other out. And if you see some questions you can answer, feel free to pop in and converse with each other. I think this is a great opportunity. So let me go ahead and get started. So next here, I want to start out with a couple notes. Yesterday, I led a really fun webinar on the Essential Toolkit, which I bet a lot of you have already attended. And we had some issues earlier with people writing and drawing on the screen. And I think that that is now disabled, but just in case it's not, just be aware that if you start using the annotation or the drawing feature to write on the screen, other people can see it and it can be distracting for them. So let's refrain from that, please. Also, I mentioned that we can answer each other's questions, but I may not be monitoring the chat the entire time, so I cannot get to all your questions in a timely manner, unfortunately. But support each other and be patient with me. And I want to let you know that at the end of this webinar, you will receive a follow-up email. It takes a little bit of time for me to get that out because I end up converting this video. First it has to download from Zoom, then I have to upload it into Drive, and then we have to crop it, and then we have to upload it into YouTube, get a link for it, put it all in a MailChimp email. So it takes a little bit of time to get all those follow-up emails out, but you will get it by the end of today for sure. And in that email, you will receive a survey where you can request a certificate, and that certificate will say your name, it'll say the date, it'll say the name of this webinar, and it'll say the length of time, which is I put it for an hour. You'll also receive a recording of this training. So again, I'm going to be recording all of this, and it will get sent to you as a link, so you'll be able to watch it again in case you want a refresher, as well as a PDF of all of these slides and all of those links that are on these slides. So you'll be able to have these as a resource that you can reference in the future. It also will have links to our upcoming webinar registration. So this is a full series of 4 main webinars and one other one that I'll talk about a little bit. But we have 4 main webinars as part of this at-home learning series, and we offer multiple times for each of those webinars. So there's between 4 and 6 different times for each of the webinars, so you can sign up for as many as you want. And if you can't make it to any of them, you can still register. And if you register for any of these webinars, you will receive all of my follow-up resources, which means even if you don't attend the webinars live and you just watch a recording of the webinar, you can still fill out the survey and receive a certificate. Because it's great to have people participating live so you can interact with each other. But if you aren't able to and you just watch the recording later, you still can receive credit because we know that you're still learning and you're still using those resources. So do register for them, and if you can't make it, that's okay. You'll still get all the resources afterward. I know some people are raising their hands, I see, but I'm not going to be able to get to those right now because I want to make sure that we'll be able to get through all of the slides in a timely manner for everybody. So again, if I have time at the end, I'll go through those raised hands, those chats, things like that. But in the meantime, just go ahead and help each other out. So as an introduction here, I know some of you have already attended my webinar starting yesterday, but I do want to reiterate for those of you who are coming to the first webinar in the series, this is a crazy time. We as educators are having some challenges that we've never really had to face before. And as you guys know, we are facing quarantines pretty much across the country at this point, and teachers are being asked to still continue education with children, but a lot of teachers who are not as tech savvy may not have utilized these resources before, and they've never been in a situation where they've really been forced to do so. So we know that a lot of people are struggling and they're looking for answers. And so we've been really working around the clock here at Learning Genie over the last several days to create a series of resources for you. We've been trying to communicate with you guys to figure out, what do you need? What are your main questions right now? What are your struggles? What are you stressing about? And how can we provide tools to support you? So, so we put together this webinar series as a way of saying, here are some tools, here's how you can use the tools in your setting in the classes that you are teaching. And And we want to provide it to you in a way that hopefully is manageable to you. It isn't overwhelming, so that's why we did a few different webinars. The first one was kind of an overview of a lot of different strategies, and these next few are going to be more focused on particular tools. Not everything is going to be focused on Learning Genie. Some of them are going to be focused, as this one is, it's focused on YouTube, but it's also talking about how it integrates with Learning Genie and how the two tools can be used in conjunction with each other to support children and their families. So just to reiterate, this webinar series is meant to focus on how you can engage families through distance learning and how you can communicate with them and maintain those relationships, maintain that education, even during these times when you may not be able to use the tools that you're familiar with. And what we hope from this series is that you can approach this whole quarantine situation with a different mindset. Because a lot of us have come into this situation with frustration and bitterness maybe, and kind of feeling like, why should I have to do this? This isn't what I signed up for. But instead, what we're hoping is by giving you these tools, you kind of don't feel hopeless anymore. And you feel like this is not just a way to overcome a particularly hard situation, but it's actually a time for you to be able to build the skill set that you have, and think of it as not having to sacrifice all the great strategies that you use and everything that makes you a great teacher or a great administrator, but actually build upon those skills. And now you have a greater tool belt of so many different things that you're able to do, and different strategies and ways that you're able to engage with families creatively, so that you aren't stuck in old ways. So again, we just want you to shift your mindset. We're hoping that this helps you to see it as an opportunity to learn new things versus being pigeonholed into a corner of having to do things in a way you're not comfortable with. So we're going at it with positivity and excitement, and we're here for you, and we're here to support you, and we hope that you feel really hopeful at the end of this presentation. So our goals for this particular webinar are: we want to learn how to create a YouTube channel, how to arrange your YouTube channel into playlists, how to search for and share relevant content with your families, how to share YouTube videos and channels through Learning Genie, how to track family engagement with learning media videos. So we're going to talk about our program as well, and how you can send links out and how you can browse through links in Learning Genie as well. And at the end, I'll show you some new features that are coming out that we're really excited. They're probably going to be released next week, so we're really, really excited about those. In the beginning, we're going to start with a couple tutorial videos, but then I'm going to go through the program live, both in Learning Genie and in YouTube, to show you how to navigate certain things and how to kind of find your way through the websites. So again, I'll start with this introduction. I'll play a couple tutorial videos, and then we'll go into the live program. So, all right, so YouTube. A lot of people feel that YouTube is just a place where you can find a how-to video or something, and that's great, or a music video. That's what I was typically using YouTube for until recently. I would just say, oh, I bet there's a video for that, and I would just look it up, play it, and then I would be done with it, and I wouldn't really think about YouTube after that. It was just a video dump essentially for me. But as educators, it can be so much more than that, because you are able to make your own channel of resources. And especially in this time right now, it's so cool to be able to have one channel for your whole agency, and the admins can create that channel for their agencies, and they can manage it, and then teachers can record videos of themselves reading or sending a message or doing a lesson for the children and their families, and they can do that on their phones or on the computers. They can just upload into that channel for the admins to view. And admins, if they want to, they can sort those videos from the different teachers into different groups, different playlists by age group or by topic. So if you want music and movement channels, or literacy tips, or encouraging motivational messages, you can put different playlists having to do with different things. And one video can be on multiple playlists. So it can be, you can have music and movement, it might show up in music and movement, and it might also show up in a infant toddler playlist. You can have different flexible playlists with different topics, things like that. And and you can share those playlists with families. So it's really cool to be able to build content that you know is specifically relevant to your children at your agency. That's built by your teachers. It's really neat. And also, I would say more so than any kind of written resource, more so than any book, anything like that, having that face-to-face contact with teachers is so great for the children. To be able to see their teachers again, I think it's invaluable for the families to be able to see their teachers again, for the children to be able to see their teacher read a book. It can be so meaningful. So I think more so than just sending a video of a stranger reading a book, if you take the 5 minutes to read a book and just videotape it with your phone, upload it to your channel, it can just make a child's day to see your face. So I really recommend that. And also, it's a way for you to search for educational content that you didn't create, to be able to save that into various playlists, and to be able to share that relevant content to other to your children or to their families, for example. So it's a way for us as educators to share what we're doing, see all the great things, and be able to not reinvent the wheel. So you can find someone else who's doing that and make use of their program. So let's move on. So again, I'm going to start with just two tutorial videos. Some feedback that I got on yesterday's webinar was they said, oh, we don't need the videos. We'd rather just watch you do it. And for most everything, I can just demonstrate it for you. But for these that specifically talk about creating your channel from your phone and especially creating your YouTube playlist, we just found that the videos were very comprehensive, and they show it in a much more fast and efficient way than if I were to do all of that for you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play these two videos, and then afterwards I'm going to show you an account that already is created. I'll show you some playlists that are created, things like that, and I'll show you how to search and everything afterwards. But for now, we're going to start with these links. And I'm going to do a new share here because I want to make sure that I'm sharing my sound. Hopefully my internet's going fast enough.
Do you have video recordings on your iPhone that you want to upload directly to YouTube? In this video, I'm going to show you how. I'm in my camera app now on my iPhone, and this is the video that I'd like to upload to YouTube. But actually what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the YouTube app. The YouTube app is a free app that you can get in the App Store or the Google Play Store if you're on Android. Let's just open that guy up. So you can see here, this is my YouTube account, and if you look in the upper right-hand corner, it'll have your initials or your headshot, something showing that it is definitely your account. Just make sure that you're logged into the account you want to upload to when you do this. And the next thing you'll do is click on this camera icon near the top. And it's going to take a few seconds and show you the videos that you've already recorded. And I've got one here that is 16 minutes and 41 seconds long. And the reason I chose this video was to be able to show you guys that you can upload slightly longer videos, but there'll be one step. If you've never uploaded a video longer than 15 minutes before, you might have to put in your phone number, and YouTube will send you a text message with a code. Put that in, and you've enabled your account for longer videos. So this also allows you to do, trim the beginning and the end and change the color and add music and whatnot. We're just going to stick with the video that we recorded. Let's click next. And you'll give it a title, and I'm just going to say test, and description. It's best if you write a really great title and also a great description. That's just going to help with your SEO, with having people find your video. And then you can choose if you want it public or if you want it private. Often I'll set my videos to private until I've gone onto my desktop computer and made sure that the description and the tags and the thumbnail, everything's perfect, and then I'll make it public. But for now, we're just going to go directly to public. Then you will click Upload. Now, because this is a 16-minute long video, it's going to take a little bit of a while to upload. But I wanted to note that I am on Wi-Fi right now. I'm not trying to do this over the cellular network. That might eat up an awful lot of my data plan if I was trying to upload a 16-minute video on the cellular network. So just make sure that you're on Wi-Fi if you're uploading a longer video. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this quick tip, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in a future video about how small business.
Okay, so that first one was specifically focusing on how to create a YouTube video from your phone. Now, you have to have that YouTube account, but if you have a Gmail account already, you will have a YouTube account. So as soon as you sign into YouTube, it'll be able to connect to your Gmail because those are affiliated. Once you create that video, then you'll be able to put that and it'll be added to your channel. Now, in order to create a playlist, you need to make sure you have a channel. That doesn't mean you have to have videos in your channel, but you need to create your channel in order to be able to add playlists, just so you know. So just because you have an account with YouTube does not mean you have a channel. You have to make sure that you have a channel. And I'll show you a little bit about where to find that too when I get to YouTube here in a second. But I'm just gonna play this video on how to create a playlist. And then I'll walk through again, when we get to the live website, I'll walk through one that's kind of been fleshed out a little bit, and I'll show you where you'll be able to search. I'll show you how to add those to playlists, things like that. So one more video.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tyler with TarverAcademy.com. I'm so excited you're here to learn with us. And today we're learning out of YouTube, and we're talking about editing and organizing a playlist. While we're talking about YouTube, it'd be great if you subscribe to this channel that we're on right now. Hit that red subscribe button, completely free, and you can find these resources in the future. So YouTube, and you're signed in. So it's either a photo view or it's got your name. Just know that you're signed in. And then once you go over to the left, you see these three lines. That's where we're going to go. It's kind of our guide. So we're going to scroll down, and it's going to list any playlist that I already have, which you know how to do because you've seen my video on how to create a playlist. So we're going to go to math videos. So this is going to take me straight to one of my playlists. Once I'm in here, I can click the edit button. It's going to allow me to edit and organize this playlist. So as far as organizing goes, if I hover over one of these videos to the far left, you see where it's got three dots. You can click and drag that and move them around in your playlist. And obviously your top video, that's going to be the thumbnail there. So you're going to scroll that up there. I can move them around, kind of adjust them how I see fit. I can also click on more, and I can just move it straight to the top. Say it's at the bottom, you don't want to drag it all the way up there, and there's like 100 of them. Move to the top, move to the bottom. You can add or edit notes to it, and you can set as playlist thumbnail. So say I wanted to set, that's the order, but I want this one to go there, so I'll say set as playlist thumbnail. Boom. Instead of taking the first one, it'll take the one I chose. Okay. You can also go to playlist settings, and then I can go to playlist privacy. I can choose if it's public, unlisted, which means that only people with the exact link can see it, but be warned because they can share it. And then private means only people that I share with on purpose can see it. I can do the ordering. I can make it a manual order. So like I can choose where they go. I can just say, hey, the most popular is at the top. Boom, do that. I can set as official series for this playlist. That's if I own all the videos. I don't. I put in some from two of my channels. I can auto add based on a rule. So like if I upload a video and the title has bell ringer in it, it'll automatically add it to this playlist. I'm going to delete that. And then collaborators can add videos to the playlist. I can allow this or not. It's pretty cool. You can add students in there so they can add videos if they want to. So there you go. You get the link and you can share it with them, and then they can add it. Hit save. Boom. That's That's it. You learned it. You learned how to edit. You learned how to edit and customize. This is great. See, it tells me right now this playlist automatically sorted by popularity because I chose that. I can also go in and add videos if I want to. Just add them straight up. So say I wanted to just video search Tarver math, and then I could go in and pick any videos. I could pick multiple videos. So add videos. Really great if you're creating a playlist for your students. You can go in and search videos right there and then add them to.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop that right there because I'm going to walk you through a couple of these extra features as well. So let's go ahead and move on here. Perfect. So in a second here, I'm going to head back to YouTube, and I will walk you through how to view and add channels on the web, how to search for the Learning Genie YouTube channel so you guys can see all the videos and all the playlists that we have there available for you, how to use filters as you're searching, how to save videos to watch later, how to search for other relevant content with different filters, and how to save other educators' playlists and share them. So let me go ahead and head on over. So this is one of my YouTube channels, or this is one of my YouTube accounts that I haven't really fleshed out, but I've done a little bit of playing around with it. So the first thing I want to mention is once you sign into YouTube, and again, if you have a Gmail account or anything affiliated with Google, you should be able to sign in already with that information. When you click on your name or your picture up here, if you don't have a channel yet, it'll just say create your channel. So if you're on the web like this, if you don't want to do it on your app, you just click up here in the upper right hand corner and you could say create your channel. You don't have to put in much information. I think you just put in a title essentially. And then once you have that channel, then you'll be able to create playlists. Just wanted to point that out there. Make sure you have a channel and then you'll be able to create playlists. Otherwise those options won't show up for you. So the first thing is I want to mention searching. So for example, let's say I want to find Learning Genie. If I'm searching for Learning Genie, the default for searching is it's going to show channels as well as playlists as well as videos. So if you want to see anything and everything related to Learning Genie, the default is it's going to show all those things. If you're like, no, I just want to see the Learning Genie channel, I don't need to see all these individual videos, you can click on this filter button here, and this is where you can filter. You can filter by time, like when it was posted. You could filter by the length, and you also can filter by things like, I only want to look at the channels, or I only want to look at playlists having to do with Learning Genie, or I only want to look at movies or shows. You can search by the different features here and relevance, but I think the most common thing that people are going to search for is by date or by type. So if I wanted to say channel, for example, I am going to see all of the different channels. You'll notice that they have the word subscribe next to them. So I'm going to see all these different channels. Now, some of these I can tell probably aren't the ones that I'm looking for. It's a pretty smart search engine, so it's probably going to be the first one. I can see the number of subscribers and the number of videos. I think this is right. If you want to subscribe to this and have it show up under your subscriptions, that means that on your home page, you'll be able to see updates and things whenever they're added, so you can always subscribe to channels. If you want to see what's in the Learning Genie channel, I can open it up. And this is where I'm going to see from the home page here, it's going to show me most recently updated videos, things like that. I can click on videos if I want to see all of the different videos, and I can have them sorted by date, by most popular, things like that. I can go to playlists. Now, playlists are the ways that this user, or the ways that this channel has grouped the different videos by topic. So I know that the Learning Genie playlist, it has multiple groups of videos. For example, this one is recorded webinars. So these are the longer webinar videos. Then we have the parent app tutorials, for example. Those are all put together. The web portal tutorials are put together. The iOS tutorials are all put together. And we also have testimonials all put together. So when you have videos, you can group them into playlists, and you can also sort by the order you want those to show up in. So if I want to play all of them, I can click on play all. But if I want to see a full playlist, I can just look at the playlist, and this is going to show me all the videos that are grouped together in that playlist. Now, I can start watching them if I like, but if I want to save this particular group of videos, this is again not subscribing to the channel, but if I just want to save this group of videos, I can click on Save Playlist, and you'll notice that it just got added here on the left-hand side. So now, anytime I want to refer back to this playlist, it's just going to show up there on the left-hand side, and you can always open it and you can always remove it from your library if you click on it again. If you want to shuffle, you can shuffle it. If you want to share it with somebody else, you can click share, and it's going to give you a link to copy. Obviously, you can send it through all these different social media venues if you wanted to, but if you just want to copy that link, you'll be able to send that playlist to people, and you can paste that in the activity part of Learning Genie if you want to share it with families that way. You can send it out through a school message if you're an administrator and you want to send that group of videos out to everyone, or if you want to send it out in a chat to a particular family, you can do that as well. You also can send them out as reminders. If you want parents to get buzzed on their phone and say, reminder, watch this video playlist, you can definitely do that. Now, again, that's, if you go from here, this is viewing the whole playlist, and that's going to share the whole playlist. But if you want to just share one video, let's say I just wanted to go to this one video, this is going to show just one video. And now from here,
and today I'll be leading this staff.
That's my friend Akeen. So here you can share one individual video. Now, when you're sharing one individual video, it's going to be the same thing. You can copy that link and send that out either in activity on Learning Genie, school message, reminder, chat, any of those, and parents will be able to click on it and it'll take them right to this video. You also can, I think this is pretty cool, if there is a particular section of this video you want to share, you can say start at, and you can put the time. So let's say you're sharing a 2-hour-long video and you just want them to look at minute number 48. You can just type in there minute number 48, and it'll go right. Whenever you send that link, it'll go right to that section, which is really neat. If you want to save this, you can save it to an existing playlist or to a new playlist. So if this is a video I want to save, I can click on my science channel, but I don't think that's related to science. I might create a new playlist, and I can title it like My Learning Genie Videos. I can make it public or private or unlisted. Unlisted means the public can access it if you give them a link to it, but they cannot search for it if they don't have a link. So that's what unlisted means. So anytime you put something up and you put a video as public, that means anyone can search for it. If they're looking for something in that topic, it'll get suggested online to anyone. Private means no one will be able to access it except for you. And unlisted means that anyone can access it if you give them a link. That's what those three mean. Now, so I just created this playlist and I can click create. So now, on the right side, you can see I have a new playlist called My Learning Genie Videos. Let me watch another video here. Let's say I'm watching this one related to Learning Genie as well. If I want to save this video.
Hello everyone, today I'll be going over how to get parents to sign up onto Learning.
So let's say I want to save this one. Again, I can add it to My Learning Genie Videos. If I also think it's relevant to my science channel, I could add it to both. So now I can click X and I can say it was added. And so if I went to My Learning Genie Videos on the left-hand side, all these videos are grouped together. So this is great for your own reference. So let's say you're learning Learning Genie and you want to just kind of gather a lot of videos that you think are useful to you. You can go into our playlist. You can build your own playlists of relevant videos. You can save an entire playlist from someone else on your menu bar here on your guide. And they'll be all accessible to you. And if you ever need to edit it, you can. If you want to share your own playlist to someone, you can click on share, and this is going to allow you to copy this link, and now you'll be able to share your own playlist with somebody else. So that might be where you group a whole bunch of videos, let's say related to music and movement. Maybe you have a music and movement channel, and you gathered a whole bunch of really cool ones from the internet, and you want to be able to share those with families. You can click on that little share button and copy that link and send that out through chat, reminders, school message, activity, and families will be able to see all of those videos that you gathered for them. Again, you can share all the videos in a playlist, or you can share individual videos, whichever you think would be most relevant or most important to your families. Now, let me show you another thing you might want to do. So for example, let's say you wanted to look up science, this is one thing, another great tip when you're looking something up. If you're looking up something for education, if you start using the words like for education, things like that, you will pull up a whole bunch of videos geared toward adults, geared toward teachers. If you're looking for videos that you want to share to families, meaning like for kids, that you think that the parents and the kids might want to watch together at home, you might want to put in for kids. And that's going to pull up a whole bunch of videos that are for kids. Now, again, you can filter down, and if you just want to look at channels, you can filter down to just channels. Here are some other things, some other tips I want to point out. If you see a little check mark next to a channel's name, that means they've been verified. That means they've been verified by YouTube, and they're safe, they're relevant for families. So you know that this is going to be something that is going to be a little bit more official. If they do not have a check mark yet next to them, that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. They just haven't been verified by YouTube yet. So they may not be the first resource that you want to look at. Doesn't mean you don't have to look at them. It doesn't mean that it's bad. But the ones with check marks typically have gone through the verification process with YouTube. So I recommend those. So you can go through, for example, Crash Course Kids. I'm going to open up their channel. And again, here I can see the introduction to their channel here on the home page. I can go to videos if I want to see all of their videos.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello there. I can see all of their videos here, and again, I can sort them how I want to. I can play them all if I just wanted to go forever and just keep playing. If I want to look at one of these videos, I click on one video. And then here, I can again.
Hey kids, are you in elementary school like us? Do you love science? Well, we love science!
It was not liking to listen to me. So here I can share an individual video if I like. I can, apparently this one it doesn't want me to save, but pretty much all the videos you should be able to save them into your playlist. But you'll be able to share those out. I've been seeing a lot of questions coming in. Yes, you definitely can create your own channel. You can make it private. You do not have to make your channel public. Again, if you list something as unlisted, as I had mentioned a few minutes ago, you do not have to have that be available to anybody aside from the people who have that link. So great questions. I do not have a step-by-step guide for this right now, but I will be sending out this video for everybody too. So you will be able to see this along with all of the PDFs that are coming in, or that I've created. Those will all be coming over to you after the meeting. All right. So let's see here. What else do I want to? Oh yes, watch later. This is something I want to point out to you as well. So if you're hovering over a video. Let's see here. I'm going to go to my home, for example. If I'm on home page and let's say I see something that I want to watch later, I can click on watch later, and now it's just reminding me that I want to watch this video later. And yes, that's an SNL video. But once you've watched it, you can remove it. You can remove it from your list as well, removed watched videos. Well, after you've watched it too. So you can also just delete them as well. So all of these are going to default to private. All of your watch laters, your history, everything's going to default to private. When you're creating your channel, you'll have the opportunity to select whether or not you want it to be unlisted or if you want it to be public. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you something else here. So great YouTube channels. I just have 4 here that I had been prepared with to share with you. PBS Kids is a great one, so I have links to that, which you may want to take those videos from there and put it into your own playlist, or if you might want to just share those directly with families. Khan Academy for kids, Storyline Online, really cute. Play Motion Music, they're one of the people that we work with as well. They do really awesome stuff with music and movement. Let me go ahead and open one, for example. I'll open Play Motion Music. So Play Motion Music So they have a ton of different videos and playlists and things like that. Movement, you may want to share these out through Learning Genie. So let me go ahead and pick one for example. Math songs for kids, transportation. Ooh, I like that one. Let me go ahead and just take kids songs about transportation. Love it. So I can go here.
I'm Nick.
And I'm.
So if I want to share this with my families, I would click share and I would copy it, and then I would go over into Learning Genie, make sure you're signed in. And this is where you can send it out. You can send it out through the classroom. If you're a teacher, you might want to send it as an activity. So I can go in, for example, and say, watch this great video about transportation and sing along. And I could paste that link in there. If there's anything else I want to send with it, I can attach those, and then I can save it and send it out. It doesn't look like the links are live here, but on the parent app, they will be live and they can click on them. You can do the same things with chats. And the parents can click on them in the chat. Same thing with school messages. So if I click on school message, I can send that video out to all parents. If you're an administrator, you have the access to this feature. And I can say, please watch this video on transportation. And then I can send that out to all my families. And again, here I'll be able to track and see the open rates. So I can see if parents are opening my videos. I can see if they're opening them in the app. They'll also receive it in their email, but right now, currently, we're not tracking if they're opening it in the email, but they will be able to. All right, so I wanted to just show you quickly how to send those out. I wanted to ask you guys next, if you had some great YouTube playlists and channels that we should add to our list, and we'll put this in our future webinars. So if you have any ideas, if you wouldn't mind sending those into the chat bar, I'll pull up a couple of them and we can look at them together. If you have made your own playlists or channels, that I especially would love if you shared, because the Learning Genie network of educators here should all be sharing with each other and seeing all the awesome things that you're doing. So if you have your own channel, please send us the link here. So does anybody have any that they wanted to send out, or they wanted me to kind of explore here? I know maybe some of you are opening up your links right now. It's not wanting me to open up my chat. Where is my chat? Not sure why it's not showing. There we go. Now my chat's showing up. Storybook Nanny, read alouds. Oh, someone sent me another link. Let's take a look at this. Ashley Testerman. I'm going to copy that link. Thank you. I'm going to paste her link in. Preschool movement. I love this. Ashley, that's great. So she has a playlist here of preschool movement videos. That's wonderful. So now I can click on the share button. I can copy this link, and now I'll add this to our presentation here. But I recommend you guys to share this out too. So preschool movement. This is a playlist. So I'm going to link to that here. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with hyperlinks, but you just highlight over it, and I'm going to click on that link button, and I'm just going to paste in that link. So now that's going to be available, and I'll present on that next time. So thank you, Ashley, for sharing these great brain breaks and movement. I love this. Thank you for that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Does anybody else have another channel they wanted to share? I don't know why it's having trouble opening my chat. Where are my chats? There we go. PE with Joe, ooey gooey lady. Oh, I love some of these. I'm only gonna do the ones that have links right now, so I don't have to do much searching. But I'm just gonna select this link here, and I will search up those other people if you're listing their names, I will search them and possibly add them to the presentation in the future. So here's another one. Let's see what this one is. This is the Learning Station. Cool. The Learning Station, that's a great recommendation. It looks like they are a channel. They have playlists. They have their videos here. Oh, this is a topic, it sounds like. Perfect. Okay. You can subscribe to this as well if you want to keep being updated on new things that are added. They have, it sounds like, albums of different videos that you can listen to, which is awesome. And they have different covers, so you can explore these. Very cool. So I can take this link and I'm going to add this one too. So this is the Learning Station. I'll put that in here for everybody as well. Perfect, perfect. Awesome. Anything else? And again, I'll go through the things that you guys have sent me, and I'll be able to send those out too if there are ones that we should add to our YouTube channels. And again, my chat is having trouble opening, but that's okay. I don't want us to run out of time anyway, so I'll just add these later. So thank you so much for those. That's great. So next, I just want to share out some resources for you as you get started on YouTube. We have a whole bunch of things on here. The 2 videos that I shared with you, their links here are here. There's a wiki how, this is a step-by-step. So someone asked about a step-by-step. There is one here. This is a step-by-step how to make a YouTube video. So you can use this one, even though I haven't created one yet. That's one there. A blog for how to start a successful YouTube channel for your business. So if you're kind of thinking at the agency level and you're like, I really want us to have a great online presence, this is a great opportunity for you to read that. 5 YouTube video tips, just ways to kind of make your videos really great and high quality. So those are a couple that I gathered for you there. And now I want us to kind of talk through Learning Genie. I already went through a little bit of this with you, so we'll go through again, pasting links into activity. I kind of shared that already, which again can be done on the app as well as on the web, so you can do that on either. You can send it through school message, so I already showed you that part. And reminders, I'll kind of touch on that as well, so make sure that I touch on reminders. I want to show you also how to search for videos through our Learning Media channel, and I'll talk about how to search for individual videos as well as how to browse, and then we'll go through the dashboard. Let me make sure, I'm just going to write that down so I don't forget here. So we'll go through the dashboard to make sure that you know how to see which families are watching what's been impactful for them, have these been working, things like that. So let me go ahead and go over to Learning Genie again. So the first thing I wanted to touch on here is reminder. I already talked about activity, I talked about chat. Again, both of those can be done in the app. School message is only done in the web portal, only done on the website, and only available for administrators. So that part is not available to teachers. If I were going to go into the classroom, and again, this can be done on the app as well. If you want parents to have a buzz to remind them to watch a video at a particular time, you can click on this little plus sign here, and I can say reminder. I can select a time that I want this to be buzzed on their phone. So I can say maybe on April 3rd at 1:15, sure. I can say watch this video. And I can put in that video link and I can click save. And then the parents will get a buzz on their phone at that time, and also reminding them ahead of time as well. They'll get a buzz to say, hey, watch this video. And then they'll might be more likely to watch it because they get buzzed right at that moment to watch it. So that's, again, can be done in the app or on the web. The next thing I wanted to share was Learning Media. So our Learning Media, again, is available on app or on web. I'm just on web right here for the ease of transitioning. I don't want to it takes a little time every time I have to change devices. So just to save time for you guys, I'm just sharing it on the web. But if I click on Learning Media, there are 2 ways to pull up Learning Media videos. The first is if you're searching for a particular topic. So let's say I want to share with the families how to make Play-Doh. I can type how to make Play-Doh, and I can search it, and now it's going to pull up through a filtered search result. It's not going to pull up everything, but it's going to pull up a filtered version, so it's all family friendly and everything. You'll see all these different ways to make Play-Doh, and I can preview the videos. I can see if I like them, make sure they're all appropriate, and then I can click close. If I like it, I can click select. And so now it's going to attach this video, and I can say, this is a great activity to do when you are at home in quarantine. I can click save, and now the families will receive a video of how to do that. So if you just want to search directly on our search playlist or our search channel, it's not a channel. If you want to use our search bar within our learning media and attach links directly, you can do that. If you want to find something on YouTube, you can find the link and send that as an activity or as a reminder or as a chat or as a school message. But if you want to search within our program and not touch YouTube at all, you would do that through learning media. Now, another thing you can do is look at some channels we've already built for you. Right now, the current channels that we have are How to Beat COVID-19, very topical, Fatherhood Engagement, Sean Brown channels. He's a lot of great music and movement channels as well as some parenting tips too. Growth milestones, special needs parenting, toddler parenting, preschool parenting. So I can go, for example, How to Beat COVID-19, and these are a whole bunch of videos that have been gathered for you that you can preview. So if I want to say how to cover your coughs and sneezes, I can preview this video, make sure I want to share it, and then I can click close, and I can select it if I like it. So now again, I can give directions like great tips or whatever I want to share to the families. I can share it with all of them if I want to. And then I can click save, and now that video is going to get sent out to everyone. Now, something that I have requested that I'm hoping that we'll be able to build in soon, which I think would be really cool, is if you copy a link from YouTube and paste it in the search bar here, I hope that we'd be able to share out the videos from YouTube directly through learning media. Currently, that's not available, but I hope that it will be, because everything that's sent out through learning media is what we track. So I'll show you what I mean by track. If I go to the family engagement dashboard, this is where you'll be able to see what has been sent out to families and what they've been opening. So I'm loading. So on here, for those of you who are new to family engagement on Learning Genie, you'll be able to see all of your family engagement data, what's working, what's not working, how the family's been engaging with the app, how many families have been engaging with the app, which features are they using the most. And you can filter down by classes, you can filter by centers to really see how particular centers, particular classes are doing. You can see how many are overall registered out of your total. This is a test account, so I bet your numbers are going to be a little bit higher than my numbers here. I'm going to go ahead and click on the last 6 months so it makes the numbers look a little bit better here. So this is where you're going to be able to see how many families are engaging, how many are logging in every month or every week or every day. You'll be able to see how many messages have been sent out in the two-way communication, how many families are using translation, which is a great feature for those of you who are not familiar with Learning Genie's family engagement. Our translation is awesome. Over 100 languages for families, so it's great. School notifications, that's everything sent out by the administrators, how many people have opened it. Hopefully yours is higher than my demo class here, because your families will probably read yours. We have events. Again, events are something that I've touched on a little bit in the last video. If you want to do a virtual classroom, a great way is to send your Zoom link through the events feature, so then families can RSVP, they can attend the event, they can show up on your Zoom channel and meet with you. Very cool. Books feature, if you're sharing out books, you'll be able to see how many have been read. And also, is it being read by mother, father, other? Down here is the learning media that I was talking about. So when you look at learning media, you can see how many videos have been shared, how many total views there have been, and how much time has been spent watching them, and whether or not it's mostly mothers or fathers. Typically with a lot of families, we see the mothers being very active. If I want a little bit more detail, I can click on it and I can see which videos have been shared, and I can see the dates they were shared, the total views, which is nice. And I can see this done by classroom as well. So if I want to see just what Noah has been watching, I can click on Noah, and now I can see what's been shared with him and how many times he's watched it, how many total videos have been watched, the time, all of that. So that's kind of nice to see. You can see it as a classroom summary or as an individual summary. So that's a way to kind of see, track and see what's working with families, what hasn't yet been working so much with families. And it's nice to see. Again, this is only going to track the ones that are sent out through learning media. It's not going to track the ones that you've sent out as a link in your activity or as a link in your chat or in school message or in reminder. It's only tracking the ones that are sent out through activity. So that means the ones that you've searched in the search bar on Learning Genie or ones that you've pulled from one of our channels. I'm hoping that we're going to expand it so that it'll allow you to paste those links inside your Learning Genie learning media section, but at this point it's not tracking that. So just be aware of that. Let's go ahead and head back here. Hopefully I'm covering everything I said I was going to cover. It's a lot, I know. But don't worry, you'll get a recording of all this. You'll get the PDF. You'll get everything. So, oh yes, yay, new features coming soon next week. So this is the first one. Admins are going to be able to share out books and learning media to families. I know a lot of you have been asking about this, so it's going to be available. They tell me next week, so yay. I have a little design of how this is going to look when it's released. So they'll be able to see how, I don't know if you can see that, but you can select select sites and classes, and you can select multiple sites and classes. So if you're a site admin, you'll be able to send it to everybody in your site. Or if you're an agency admin, you can send something to everything in your agency, everyone in your agency. Or you can pick and choose particular classes. And then teachers will be able to tell that something has been sent to multiple classes or multiple centers. When they see that posted, they'll see those little orange notifications you'll see here in a second. So when they share it, you'll see it in a second. So they're searching books, and then they click save. So these orange things on the right side let you know that it's been shared out to multiple sites or multiple classes. And so teachers will not be able to edit things that administrators send out, just so you know. Administrators can edit what teachers send out, but teachers cannot edit what administrators send out, just so you know. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And next is admins are going to be able to create their custom Learning Genie channel. So you're going to be able to actually import a list of YouTube videos and say, this is a channel I want available within Learning Genie. So then you'll be able to track everything that's been sent out through those channels. So you'll be able to come up with your own custom banner here, and then you'll be able to import an Excel file that has a list of links. So you could make one that's a music and movement channel, and it has all those music and movement links. You can name those videos, you can put in the links, and then you can see that it's going to allow you to make edits to those. So if you want to remove any manually, if you want to add anything manually, let's say a teacher said, hey, I just did this other video. I want you to add this to our agency's channel. You can do that. And then it'll be available as a channel within the learning media section. So this has been something that's been requested a lot. I'm so excited that it's going to be available for you guys. I think it's going to be super useful. And let's see here. And I wanted to mention also that you're going to be able to import a full channel playlist or a full playlist from YouTube. So if you already have a pre-made playlist on YouTube, you'll be able to just import that into Learning Genie so that you'll be able to use that full playlist rather than doing individual import. You can import the full playlist and it'll be connected to Learning Genie that way. When you, if you want these to be automatically sent out to families, you'll be able to do what's called an auto playlist, and you can select, I want this channel's videos to be sent out to these kids every Tuesday for the next 2 months. And Learning Genie will be able to automatically push those out every Tuesday for the next 2 months or whatever. So that's going to be really cool. And it's less work on your part, but you know that great content is going to be shared to them. And you'll be able to push those out not only with your custom channel, but with all of our pre-made channels as well, which this feature is already available. It's just not quite as customizable yet at this point. It's just daily sending versus like weekly sending, but that weekly sending, that more customizable feature is going to be available soon. So please go and check out our auto playlist. And next week, again, the custom channel is going to be available for you. We'll do some trainings where we'll push those out as well, so you guys know how to use those. We'll probably do some webinars, I'm assuming, as well. All right. So let's see here. Okay, we are running close to the wire here. Best practice for digital citizenship. Make sure that you and your agency are all on the same page, that you have a meeting, you talk about this. What are your policies? Do you have an AUP, an acceptable use policy? Do you have a social media policy? What is acceptable to share out? What is not acceptable to share out? Make sure that you have these conversations, preferably everything in writing that's been shared out with all staff and all families, so that everybody knows what's okay to share, what's not. And if there are any existing channels or playlists or anything that's already available for your agency, make sure that all the staff are aware of that, so that everybody can make use of that and not reinvent the wheel. So we have a whole bunch of other webinars coming up over the next 2 weeks. Make sure that you check them out. We have the one that we did yesterday, the Essential Toolkit. We have that an encore presentation tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be me or somebody else, but someone's going to lead that tomorrow morning. So we have that, and that has I think 4 other occurrences as well in the future. So make sure you register for that if you haven't attended already. We are going to have encore presentations of this topic as well, YouTube channels. Turning families' observations into DRDP evidence for portfolios. Super important. If you already have the Learning Genie portfolios and the family engagement, it's really cool to see how they can interact with each other, how they can talk to each other, and how the parents can contribute to the child's portfolios when they're not in school. So you can communicate with each other, parents can send things back to you, you can put them directly into the portfolios. Super cool. The last one we're going to be premiering on Monday, turning families at home learning into in-kind. So if you're a Head Start agency, you'll really benefit from getting those in-kind funds. So the in-kind module through Learning Genie allows parents to submit activities and be able to submit customized activities that you create as an agency. They can select them, sign on the app, submit, and then you can run reports. So it's really super simple. Eliminates a lot of headache for Head Start agencies. And for agencies that aren't Head Start but really want to be tracking what families are doing at home and assignments and all of that, definitely make use of our at-home learning, or our in-kind activity, or our in-kind module. That's something you can pilot. So if you're interested in learning about that module, go ahead and stop on into that one as well. Again, you can register for all of these, and even if you can't attend, you still will receive all of the resources, all of the videos, all of the surveys where you can request a certification or a certificate. So I would say, even if you're not sure if you're going to attend, go ahead and register so you can get all the information that you need. And again, if you miss one of the events but you want to catch another one, you can always re-register for a different date. No harm in that. So I hope this was helpful to you. It is right at 1 o'clock here. I did not have an opportunity to go through more chats here. I hope this was helpful. Again, soon, meaning sometime before the end of today, I will send a follow-up email with a link to complete a survey for your certificate. So again, you don't automatically get a certificate just because you were here. You have to complete that survey. So look out for that email from me, which says, here's your link to complete your survey. It's also going to have a PDF of all of these slides here, and it's going to have a recording of this webinar, which you can watch. But again, I have to convert this video and upload it and crop it and design a flyer to send out to all of you guys. So it takes a little bit of time. It's not instantaneous, but you will get it by the end of today. I wish you guys great health. I wish you all wonderful social distancing creativity. I've been doing yoga here at my house. I've been trying to run a little bit away from people outside, but make sure that you're interacting, you're sharing, you're learning with your peers, and you're connecting with each other. And stay hopeful about the situation, because we can't do anything about coronavirus right now other than keep ourselves distant. But what we can control right now is the way that we support our children and making sure that we are there for them in every way that we can be. And if that means that we're sending things remotely, then that's the way that we can do it right now. And this is just an opportunity for us to become better educators who are innovative and creative, and who can overcome any situation and still support our children and families. So I believe in you. Let us know if you need anything. If you want, and if you have any questions about this or any other topic with Learning Genie, please reach out to help@learning-genie.com or give us a call at 760-576-4822. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourself, and have a wonderful rest of your day.